Hi, and welcome to the How Plant Scientists Work series at Plant Biology 2016 in Austin, Texas. I'm Ian, and I'm sitting here with Andrew from the University of Northern Colorado, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he works. So, Andrew, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Sure. So, as Ian said, my name is Andrew Schoenherr, and I am currently a master's student at the University of Northern Colorado. I work in the lab of Dr. Karen Gomez, and what we do is we look at tripartite interactions between plants, insects, and below-ground mycorrhizal fungi. So how...
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll walk you through it. So how below-ground mycorrhizal fungi are ubiquitous throughout many plant systems, and how they influence the plants that they form hosts with, and how they inadvertently affect the above-ground biome that interacts with plants. And yeah, so we kind of look at the net effects of these two organisms on plants in our lab in terms of gene expression as well as plant productivity and a wide variety of plant physiological parameters.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so what's one word that describes how you work?
Unfortunately, to my lab mates' dismay, I would say focused. Just because if I'm in the lab, I like to have my utmost attention focused on what I'm doing, but at the expense of the other people I work with, because I might not see someone because I'm just very intent on what I'm doing, or might not even listen to them really.
Okay. Yep. No, focus is good though.
To an extent.
Okay. So, what is your favorite plant?
My favorite plant would be the dwarf weeping larch. It's a weeping willow tree, but maybe 8 feet high at most. So they create these really unique and fun canopies. They're just kind of fun to hang out in.
Okay. Where are they native? These are cultivated?
Yeah. So we had a couple. I remember having them in Michigan where I grew up and whatnot. My grandpa was really into plants, and he had one in his backyard.
Okay. And so I think you've covered this, but do you want to say anything more about a project you've been working on lately, like the tripartite, part of the tripartite system you've been working on?
Yeah, sure. So we actually just recently finished looking at gene expression profiling related to plant defense and how below-ground mycorrhizal fungi influence plant defenses. And so I just recently finished performing a gene expression assay, which has been a lot of fun. But yeah, so first big hurdle, research is done. Okay,
great. All right, so let's get into the rest of the interview questions.
Okay.
So if you could eliminate one thing you spend a lot of time doing, what would it be?
I would say grinding tissue samples, because it involves a lot of liquid nitrogen for a long time, and that's not easy on your hands.
No, it's not.
Especially when you have 120 plus samples that you need to get done by this time, and it's.
Do you use like the plastic pestles and Eppendorf tubes? Or
Oh no,
like mortars?
Mortar and pestle. Yeah, we're doing alchemy.
Yeah. All right. No, just curious what your setup is. Okay, so if a magical scientific genie appeared from an Erlenmeyer flask in your lab, what would you ask for?
For my thesis to be written. It's getting to that point in my graduate career, and I'm dreading it.
You'll get it done.
Yeah, in due time.
All right, so, and the last question I have is, what's some of the best advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice kind of inadvertently was given to me by my advisor, Dr. Gomez. As everyone is with a graduate program, they come in, bright-eyed with big ambitions, and things weren't working out in our lab because we're trying a very novel system. And she said, it's science. It's fine if it doesn't work out the first time. And I was of course very dismayed when things weren't working out, and she just said, that's just how things go, and not to be disheartened. And now that things are finally working for us, definitely taking that advice to heart helped me get through the first couple hurdles that I had.
Okay, great. And then the last thing is, if you could nominate someone to do the series next, who would you like to see answer these questions?
I would like to see my old former roommate, Abhinav Moria. He's now at the University of Louisville in Kentucky.
Okay.
But he just finished up, and I'd like to see him be put through this test.
Okay. So if you give us his contact info, we'll get in touch with him.
Fantastic.
So, Andrew, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Ian.